So today I'm going to try to make a banana pudding pie, and I have never done it the real way before. I've always ever used a box of vanilla pudding, but I'm going to try to use this recipe and see how it comes out. It calls for 4 eggs. So these are eggs from our chickens. I'm picking the big white ones because I have to separate the yolks. Haven't done this, separating yolks, since high school. High school home ec class. We're saving the rest of the eggs because we're going to use the egg whites for something else. These are huge eggs. And then the last one, we need to keep it solid, so we will do that. We're going to stick this aside and just leave it there. So the final egg needs to go in with the egg yolks. This calls for the use of a saucepan, but I'm going to go ahead and use this big pan because it is non-stick, and like I said, I've never made this before, so I'm not sure how much it's going to stick. So what you're supposed to do at first is we need to add in the saucepan, we're going to whisk together a 1/2 cup of sugar, which I've already measured it out. It's my 1/2 cup of sugar. We are going to put a 1/2 cup or 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We're going to put in the flour, which called for 3 tablespoons of flour. And then we're going to put in the eggs. So this was the whole egg. Remember, it called for 4, and then we separated the whites out of the others. So we're going to use that. And it says before you turn the heat on to start whisking it. So we'll go ahead and get started on that. And the reason that we are not turning the stove on first is because we don't want the eggs to start to cook just yet. So again, this is sugar, flour, a little bit of salt, and then 3 egg yolks and 1 whole egg. Slowly stirring in some milk here. Just 2 cups of milk, but you gotta go in slow. This recipe is going to call for a meringue to go on the top after we're done, so that's why we separated the whites. We are going to cook it uncovered, stirring often until the mixture thickens, about 10 minutes. Then we remove from heat, and you do take the pan off the stove and add your vanilla. Do not cook it. Don't keep cooking it with it on the stove and adding your vanilla at that time. You gotta do it. Alright, let's take a peek at our recipe. Now we're told that we need to add in the vanilla, which is going to be about 1/2 teaspoon. Get my trusty little thing out here. And find my 1/2 teaspoon. Every time I cook with vanilla, I always think of my grandma. One time when I was young, I was over at her house, and she was outside working in the garden, and I remember going into the cabinet inside while she was outside and I grabbed some of the vanilla because I had smelled her cooking with it earlier that morning and it smelled so good. So I went ahead and took a drink of that stuff and it was not sweet. This looks really good right now. I'm going to show you. Yummy. That is the real deal. Alright, so now we're going to use our pan. And we are going to put just a little bit of pudding. It keeps falling down in there. Oh my. That is amazing. We're going to put just a little bit of our pudding down at the bottom of this, and I'm assuming that's just to keep the crackers, vanilla wafers, in place. So I'm just spreading it in the bottom of the pan. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is start layering some of my vanilla wafers. I've got my bag here, and I am going to arrange them with the top, with the flat parts, see, on the top. And I'm just going to put them down in here like this. And then once I get these in here, I'm doing just 4 down. I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting up some banana slices to put over top of it. So now we're going to put some of our bananas. So I am going to use these. I'm using these even though I have some that still have a bit of green on them because the recipe calls for medium ripe. To me that's medium. It's not black, it's not completely done for yet, and it's not unripe. We save our peels because our pigs like them. Straight in the pig bucket. And I'm just going to start slicing them down about that thick and placing them on top. Okay. And we'll do it again. So, voila. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make the meringue. Here she goes. Yum, yum, yum. See how they're getting nice and stiff? Let's go ahead and add our sugar now. She's looking really good. Boy, buddy. The real deal.
I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is. Because I see bananas.
Yes.
And some wafers.
Except I'm not
It's
cheating.
a banana split.
No, it's not a banana split.
Or something banana.
It's banana pudding. Southern banana pudding, but I'm not cheating and using pudding. And now that I have done this, I don't think I'll ever use box pudding again. My peaks aren't very high, but that's all right. Into the oven, 5 minutes. Here she is. Yummy, 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 yummy. Look at that. There you go. Homemade banana pudding.
Wait.
Amazing. All right, good.
Yep. It's yummy.
Yay. Introduce us to this one here.
Her name is Rachel. Rachel and...
Rachel is a extended family member.
Yeah.
Rachel's taller than me now, though.
We known her
All right.
for a long time.
Rachel is about to take the goat name test.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah, sure.
Who is...
Let her start whichever one she wants.
That's Coda.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Moon Pie.
This one?
Ding, ding, ding.
Meadow.
Ding, ding, ding.
Bernice.
Ding, ding, ding.
Wait, Shadow and Gideon.
Ding, ding, ding. Very
Wait,
good.
there's one more.
And- It has a Spanish name.
Diego.
Very good,
Want to
Rachel.
take the chicken test?
Oh, I don't know all the chickens.
We don't have names for every chicken now.